Nicola Sturgeon has issued a direct warning to Boris Johnson about Scotland choosing its own future. Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon spoke to Mr. Johnson today after the SNP secured 64 seats in the Holyrood election last week, which was one seat short of an overall majority. However, she used the meeting with the Prime Minister as an opportunity to insist that another referendum on independence was inevitable after her party came top in the election. A statement from the Scottish Government after the meeting said, the First Minister spoke to the Prime Minister the afternoon and thanked him for his congratulations on her re-election. The First Minister made clear that her immediate focus was on steering the country through COVID and into recovery, and that a newly elected Scottish Government would work with the UK Government as far as possible on the aim. They also agreed the importance of the two governments working together closely and constructively to achieve a successful hosting of an outcome from COP26. The FM also reiterated her intention to ensure that the people of Scotland can choose our own future when the crisis is over, and made clear that the question of a referendum is now a matter of when, not if. Mr. Johnson and his Conservative Party, which is in opposition in Scotland, has made it clear they strongly oppose another referendum, saying the issue was settled in 2014 when Scots voted against independence by 55 to 45%. A statement from Mr. Johnson's Downing Street office after his talk with Ms. Sturgeon made no mention of the referendum issue, instead saying the importance of focusing on COVID recovery at this time. Ms. Sturgeon's Scottish National Party (SNP) won 64 seats in the Scottish Parliament. But its Green allies, who won 8 and also favour independence, it is in control of the political agenda in Scotland. Ms. Sturgeon also told the BBC it would be absurd and completely outrageous for the British government to take legal action to stop a referendum. She argued that for London to use force of law to prevent a vote would amount to saying that the 300-year-old union between England and Scotland was no longer based on consent. She said, I don't think we will get there. Under the 1998 Scotland Act, which created the Scottish Parliament and devolved some powers to Edinburgh from London, all matters relating to the union of the kingdoms of Scotland and England are reserved to the UK Parliament. Under the Act, the UK Parliament can grant the Scottish Government the authority to hold a referendum, a process that was used to allow the 2014 plebiscite to go ahead and which Sturgeon said should unfold again for a new referendum. Ms. Sturgeon also said if the results were announced, the fact that we are sitting here having a debate about whether or not that outcome is going to be respected says a lot about the lack of respect for Scottish democracy that this UK government has demonstrated for quite some time now. Cabinet Office Minister Michael Gove also said earlier today that Ms. Sturgeon cannot expect a second independence referendum after failing to secure a majority in the Scottish Parliament elections. He said, it is not the case now, as we see, that the people of Scotland are agitating for a referendum. Mr. Gove also avoided answering repeated questions about whether the British government would go to court to stop another independence bid. He told Sky News, we're not going to go there, he said on Sky News, to start speculating about this type of legislation or that type of court hearing and all the rest of it, it's just a massive distraction.